everybody, welcome to the show. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Raising A to Z. It is a YouTube channel all about homeschooling. My name is Amanda. I am a teacher-turned-homeschool mom. And over the last couple weeks, I've been talking a lot about our schedule. Mostly because I get a million questions about our schedule on a regular basis. A lot of parents are very worried and confused, and there's lots of questions about what a homeschooling day can look like and a homeschooling week and a homeschool schedule. It's your whole day, right? So we get a lot of questions about what does our typical day look like for us and what does our week look like and all that. So for the last couple weeks, I've been doing kind of a mini series on schedules and some of the things we do. About 2 weeks ago, I ended up doing a great video on what a typical home day looks like for us. So if you want to see what that looks like, definitely want to check that out. And then last week I did another video on our Fun Day Friday. So what we do on Fridays, because our Fridays look very different than the rest of our week. But that's only like 2 days out of our week. So what does the rest of our week look like? So to wrap up talking about all the schedules, I thought I would give you guys a little insight into what our typical homeschool week looks like. But before I do that, why don't you guys go down and subscribe and click the bell to get notifications when I put out more videos, because I've got some great videos coming up that you just won't want to miss. What does a typical week look like for us? So let's start at the beginning. On Mondays, what does Monday look like? Monday is a home day for us. It is almost always a day where we're at home. It is just kind of a nice way for us to start the week, is kind of having a little bit of a home day and focus on getting a few things done before we get into the week and let things get away from us. So Monday is a home day. Like I said, if you want to see what a Monday looks like, definitely check out our video on a day in the life. But basically, kind of the quick version, we get up, we have breakfast, we do our schoolwork in the morning for a little bit, about an hour and a half. And Monday is usually the day I end up doing a unit study activity. So if I have a hands-on unit activity that I want to do that week, it's usually going to be a Monday morning because I have a little bit more time. Then we kind of go into like chores and free time, lunch, quiet time. We go outside for a little bit in the afternoon. Then we have dinner, baths, and bedtime. Pretty simple day, but that's kind of our typical, really quick what happens on Monday. Tuesdays are also, we call them home days. They follow a very similar schedule with one slight exception. So on Tuesdays, same thing, we get up, we do schoolwork, and then often after school, the kids will go and visit my mom, who lives just down the street, for an hour or two. She likes to do crafts with them and plays with them and has a little bit of like Grammy time with her grandkids. And I will take that time to do whatever I need to do kind of quickly. That's kind of like a little mini break for me. I will go and do jobs that I can't typically do with the kids around. Sometimes it's, answering emails or washing the floors or sweeping, or sometimes it's just I get to sit down and have a cup of coffee in peace and quiet for a little bit. And then I go over for lunch and we have lunch and have a little visit afterwards. After a little while, we come back home on Tuesdays and the kids finish quiet time. Then around snack time, around 3 o'clock, my mother-in-law, Dave's mom, comes over and she does a French lesson with the kids. So she typically comes and does like an hour-long lesson, activity, game time, all in French with the kids. Right now it's mostly Alexi who does it. Zoe just doesn't really have the attention span to do that kind of lesson, especially after doing a morning of work. But Zoe's in there, she's puttering around, she's listening, she's picking it all up. And after she leaves, we go outside, have dinner, hang out, and it's bedtime. Another thing that I do on Tuesdays is typically while I'm making dinner, while it's cooking or baking, I will pack lunches, because I'm a big believer in packing and getting ready to go out the night before, because I do not do well in the morning. I am not a morning person and very slow to get going in the morning. And so if I can do as much as possible the night before, I do that. So Tuesday nights, I always pack our lunches because we're going to need them on Wednesdays. Wednesday morning, we call it Waffle Wednesday. We get up, we have waffles. We have waffles because it is something my kids will eat quickly and they will eat them. It doesn't drag on, which is great because we need to kind of get ready and get going. So usually Monday or Tuesday, we can, if they want to take an hour-long breakfast, that's fine. Wednesdays, we're on a little bit more of a schedule, a little bit tighter timeline here. We get them up and we have breakfast. Then after they're dressed, we get into school. We do one subject, typically language. So we'll do like spelling and grammar, and Zoe does her letter of the day. Then we grab our lunches and we head out the door. And we head to playgroup. So our church runs a small playgroup. Basically, it's like a mom and tots kind of group. We get to go in, it's about 2 hours. We go in, we sit down, we hang out. The kids get like an hour and a half to play. We bring their lunch, snack time. They get to play around with other kids. And then the last half hour, 20 minutes, half hour-ish, is like a circle time. So there is a circle time. They say hello to everybody. They talk about the weather. They figure days of the week. Then they sing some songs. There's a Bible story. And then we head home. So that's kind of how playgroup runs. I know because I get a lot of questions. So like, what happens at playgroup? That's what it is. It's a lot of free time for the kids to play. It's also a great time for us parents to kind of like sit and chat and connect as parents. And yeah, really enjoy playgroup. Then after playgroup, we have a car lunch. So we get into the car and we eat lunch because our playgroup is about 40-minute drive from our house. So we have lunch in the car because we are going to stop at the grocery store before we come home. So we, on the way from playgroup to the grocery store, we eat our lunch. We eat car lunches a lot. I love car lunches though. It works out for us. And so then we get a full week's worth of groceries at Superstore. That takes us about an hour because like I said, it's a full week. And I'm a bit of a crazy price matcher, point collector, coupon using kind of person. So that's what we do. And then we head home and we come home, we have a quiet time because I desperately need it. After the groceries are all put away, I basically collapse on the couch for a good hour because I'm done. As an introvert, that's a very busy day for me. And so I'm done, even though I know I need to gear up because we got one more activity for the day. We have a quick dinner. Either it's going to be something quick like a sheet pan dinner, or it is a crock pot dinner that I've had in the crock pot all day long. As soon as we've had kind of an earlier dinner than what we normally do, we are going to get the kids dressed into their gymnastics suits and we're going to head to gymnastics. So we lucked out that our gymnastics location, it's only about 10-12 minutes away, but they also have classes at the same time. So Zoe has a kids kinder class, Alexi has like a more advanced class, but they're running at the same time. So basically it's 1 hour. We can drop them off, they go and they do their class. It's great. Stefan and I go together, which people are like, why would you do that? Because we have a mini date. So we drop them off and we go to the quickest, closest Tim Hortons and we order a coffee or a peach quencher or an iced tea or something. So we sit down and we have like a 45-minute date night on Wednesdays while the kids are at gymnastics. And then we pick them up, bring them home, give them a bath. I always give them a bath after gymnastics because that's a dirty place. Like, they do a very good job keeping it clean, but like that's a lot of kids who are on the beams and the bars and just a lot of touching and stuff. So we always have and always will do baths after gymnastics. It's just, we need them. And then it's bedtime. And at some point in there, I will also get ready to pack up our lunches again because we need them again on Thursday. Thursdays can be a little bit all over the place because Thursdays is our co-op day. How our co-op runs basically is there's a group of us, it's a couple of families. We all take turns hosting at our house. And when it's your turn to host, you're planning the activity and then all the kids are coming to your place and the parents do. And so we do that, but it kind of varies from week to week. What time people are going to be ready for, what people feel like they are comfortable with. If it's a really nice week, we might try to meet outside instead of at somebody's house, which then, like, especially in the winter, we want to try to do outside in the afternoon because it's warmer, because it's Canada and it's cold. So there's a lot of factors that go into Thursdays. Basically, I know that most of my day is going to be taken up with co-op. So after breakfast, we get up, get dressed, we do one subject, which is math on Thursdays, and then we are basically getting ready to go to co-op. So either we're going to co-op right first thing in the morning and we're going to have our lunch at co-op because that's often what we do, or we're going to be driving somewhere having a car lunch while we get ready for co-op. That's going to be in the afternoon. Thursday's a little weird. And so then once co-op's done, we come home. We might stop for an errand depending on like how the day is going. And then we come home, have dinner, again, something quick and easy, sheet pan or crock pot or something like that. And then kind of have a little bit of a downtime and then it's bedtime. Pretty simple. But the thing to think about, it seems like, I know some people are like, that seems like a lot of things to do. Basically, Wednesdays and Thursdays happen. They're on the schedule. It is busy to have 2 days that are pretty much mostly out of the house back to back. But here's the thing. Very rarely does it happen that we have both days back to back, especially like November through April. It's rare. This week was our first week that we had co-op and playgroup days back to back since December, because by the time there's so many factors that play into it. For example, our playgroup is automatically canceled if the buses around here are canceled. So if it's been like overly snowing, freezing rain, just to make it easy for everybody, if the public school system says there's no buses, we just assume it's not safe to drive and we cancel as well. And for some reason, it always seems like the snow days and freezing rain days are on Wednesdays. I don't know why, but it does. So by the time we factor in like bad weather, people getting sick, whether it's our kids or the other kids or the host family, it's just like, it's rare that we have 2 days in the same week. So if we wake up in the morning and we're like, oh, playgroup's canceled, it's a snow day, we just automatically switch to our home day routine. Like, it's just a quick, oh, that's what we're doing for today. As having to be home, it's our automatic response. We just switch to our home day routine. It works really simply because then we never have to really think about, okay, well, now what are we going to do with the day? We already have like a basic rhythm of what a day looks like when we're at home. Same thing if something happens to co-op on Thursdays, if the host family is sick, if we're sick, whatever happens, we can very easily just switch to a home day routine very, very quickly. So that's why it's nice to have kind of a home day routine, because it fills your days if things don't go to plan. You already kind of have a flow for the day and you end up feeling productive by the end of the day. So then we come to Friday. Friday is Friday Fun Day around here. We have a whole video on what Friday looks like for us. Friday is basically a day where we do all the fun things that we'd like to do throughout the week. We kind of like jam them all into Fridays. So Fridays we typically do art in the morning. We also do some baking in the morning. Then after quiet time, we'll do like our poetry tea time, which my kids are absolutely love, and they eat the baking that we made in the morning. It's also then once Stefan comes home from work, it becomes like Friday night family night. So we make homemade pizzas, we play board games, we watch movies, and like that is like our day. So we really enjoy that. I'm pretty protective of Friday Fun Days and Friday nights just as like a family culture kind of thing. And we really love Friday Fun Days. Our kids, as soon as they realize it's Friday, they lose their mind. They love it. So yeah, that's Monday through Friday. Saturdays, what do we do on Saturdays? Because I think it's important to remember that homeschooling doesn't end Monday through Friday. So what do we do on Saturdays? So Saturday morning after breakfast, one of two things will happen. Either A, it is going to be a chores morning and we'll do a bigger tidy up around the house. So that is the day where we do kind of clean the bathrooms, dusting, a bigger tidy up of all the play spaces. It's also the day where we wash all the laundry for the week. We do it all just throughout the day, just switching over loads constantly. That's kind of what we do on Saturday mornings. Get everything cleaned up, and the kids learn how to do all these different jobs too. Obviously, we don't make them clean for hours and hours, but they do get a time where they have to come and help us kind of clean up and tidy up and get going on getting our house back together after a week. So that's what we do on Saturday mornings. That is option number one. Sometimes that still happens, but it just doesn't happen quite on Saturday morning. The other thing that happens sometimes is I have to do this, film a video. We find that Saturday mornings are kind of the best time for us to film a video, because after we do like a quick tidy up and stuff upstairs, I'll start filming videos, and Stefan takes the kids on a daddy-daughter date. So he'll take them over to the coffee shop with some board games and stuff, card games, and they will just hang out and play and have a nice tea or a hot chocolate and have a little time while I film some videos. So sometimes I'll actually sit down and film like 2 or 3 videos at a time, like batch them. So usually it's only like once or twice a month that I need the Saturday morning to do this, but it works. And then we just kind of, once I'm done filming, I go right back into doing chores or whatever else needs to be done. And then, yeah, we just kind of putter around for the rest of Saturday. Like I said, we're finishing chores, making sure the laundry gets done. We'll probably do another like movie night-ish kind of thing where we play video games or something with the kids. Play a lot of video games in the winter, but not so much in the summer, but we'll do something like that. We'll have a little more family time on Saturday night. and then it's bedtime. And then on Sundays we get up. Anything I didn't get done on Saturday that is like needs to be done will get done on Sunday. And the other big job that we do on Sunday is I fold all the laundry. That is like my big job. I just like to sit down and do it all in one shot. So I will sit down, I will put a documentary or a movie or something on the TV, and I will just fold a week's worth of laundry and then put it all away. So that is basically Sunday. Like I said, finish any chores that we have the kids help us do any of the things that they can do. Otherwise, they're in free play. And then after lunch and quiet time, we often go over to my in-laws, not my parents, but Stefan's parents, who live, again, not very far away. We're lucky to have a lot of family very close by. I think their house is like 7 minutes from here. We will go over to their place, and often it's not just his parents, it's his sister and her kids, and so we kind of have a great little family night with his side. And the kids get to play with their cousins, which is really nice. And so that's our Sunday night. We do a little more family time. And then we come home, put the kids to bed, and gear up for a new week. So that's typically what a week looks like for us. Like I said, we're pretty flexible with things changing. I do try to keep some days more protected than others. Like I said, I'm very protective of my Fridays. But yeah, there's life that happens, right? So we still have doctor's appointments and dentists and chiropractors and birthday parties that we go to, or like there's things that happen. And so we will adjust and change our schedule. But like on a typical week where we're kind of not too many things that are outside the norm, that's what it looks like for us. It's what works for us. And I think that's important to remember, is that when we're looking at people's schedules, no one's schedule is going to be alike, because no family is alike. And so it's great to look at this and say, oh, that's a great idea, or this is what we like. But then, take some of this as inspiration and then go build a schedule that works for your family. I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys got, like I said, inspired to build a schedule that works really well for your family. If you want to see some of our schedule in action, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, where we show some of the things that we do on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.